In today's session, just something that stayed with me, sort of the fine margins I think that you might look for sometimes, even when you don't realise you're doing it. I wasn't that happy with the session today, with the tempo, the energy, even verbally, like, you know, the tempo of the actual play on the ball and the energy off the ball. I was really not happy. I didn't hide it, thinking it to myself. Didn't wait till I got home to make a video. I did let the players know. But something which has changed my perspective on one of our players is, I think it's easier to just follow the crowd and just walk about in a session, because, you know, it doesn't really impact your place in the team. You still get your 50% playing time sort of thing, do you know what I mean? But a player who I thought was maybe one of our weaker players, technically and physically, when the players were, for example, losing possession and you would have no clue that the aim of the game is to keep the ball. And I'm stomping around furious, which I don't think it actually helped. But it's like, wow, someone's got to care. And he showed that he did care. So it wasn't just me stomping around. He gave the ball away and he just did a little gesture, which is like, he was really disappointed that he gave the ball away. And you might think, why is she so happy about this? It's because it was completely contrary to the entire rhythm of what I'd seen up until that point from every single player. They were playing inside themselves, and they have got to get out of that habit. How they're going to do it, I don't know. But they were playing within themselves, which I think is egotistical, where you're just thinking about what you're doing and how it affects you. How they're going to do it, when you start to share. But they were playing within themselves, which I think is egotistical, where you're just thinking about what you're doing and how it affects you. When you start to share information, share joy, share sort of irritation, that's when you're thinking about the collective. And so the being inside yourself and no actual contribution to the group, it's me, I see that as you are just thinking about you, and that's not what I'm looking for. And this player was angry that he'd lost the ball, and it was a player that I didn't realise cared. And his anger, I didn't think was put on. I think that he was angry. He was angry that he lost the ball. And you might be in an environment, as I have been, where that's the norm, you know, and maybe at times it's difficult to get a balance between players managing their emotion, where they're irritated at things that don't go their way, but then they know how to have a bit of banter. Our fellas today was all banter, and it's like, don't forget why you've kind of made the effort to get to training. So trying to get them to get a balance, but seeing this player show that he cared has changed it's changed my whole opinion on the player. And it's a small detail like that, and sometimes it is those fine margins that make the difference, and it made the difference today. I was so disappointed at what we gave to that session. Not we, I'm not going to include myself, what they gave to the session. However, this player, he showed me that he cared, and I'm so pleased that I saw that side to him, because I didn't know that he was, I didn't know that he cared as much. You know, these are young guys, so you don't know sometimes if they're being pushed by their parents, but he showed that he cared, and that makes a lot of difference to me.